Welcome back to Signal versus Noise, where we take a look at unusual options activity on the tape and ask what's really happening. There's been a lot of activity in recent days in the semiconductor stocks, which at the time of this recording on Thursday, June 18th, were hitting new all-time highs. So today's setup is going to be in memory storage and one of the more important supply chains, at least within the AI infrastructure trade. Yesterday, we had 23.1 million in call premium hit the tape across SanDisk, Western Digital, and one outlier, Stryker, which we haven't covered here before. But the timing is ultimately the story right now. The same day that these calls came in, Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, said that memory price increases have become unavoidable. Apple's become one of the last device makers to absorb the cost. Samsung, Microsoft, Sony, and Dell have already moved because of these chip costs here. And now Apple's effectively saying that the storage shortage is reaching consumers. So the question today for Signal versus Noise is fairly straightforward. Are these call buyers chasing parabolic moves in memory stocks? Or are they positioning for a supply shock that still has room to run? So let's go through this trade by trade today. We'll start with SanDisk. The anchor trade was SanDisk, ticker SNDK. 29 days to expiration. SanDisk was trading around 1958 at the time this trade was executed, so the strike was only about 2% out of the money. The total premium spent was about $13 million, which works out to roughly 534 contracts. At the time of the trade, it had an IV of 106%, so it's enormous right now. This is the biggest trade of the group. It's basically near the money. It also feels like the cleaner directional bet of the three trades that we're going to be reviewing here. Breaking it down a little bit more, it's near the money, it's almost a month of duration, and it's about $13 million in premium. The buyer's paying over 100% implied volatility, so they understand that the move that's already happened here is pretty violent. They're accepting these expensive options because the stock is acting and continues to behave like the chip shortage is getting worse. Already up another 11% here on this Thursday, June 18th. So SanDisk here up more than 500% year to date before today's move and more than 4,000% since its IPO. I understand why this makes traders nervous, but when supply is tight and customers are still absorbing higher prices, the momentum can keep going longer than valuation people expect. The second trade that we're viewing here is WDC, Western Digital. Someone bought the June 18th 725 call. Same day expiration, strike about 2% out of the money. The premium spent $2.9 million on roughly 1,351 contracts. The open interest here in this contract only increased by 91 for what it's worth. So a lot of churning going on behind the scenes. The implied volatility at the time of the trade was 115%. But here's the wild part, just like SanDisk. Western Digital was already up about 20% on the session when this trade was executed, and it's now about 36% overall since that trade hit. It's a bit of a different animal than the SanDisk trade here, because while the SanDisk trade is directional, the Western Digital trade is pure same-day momentum. When someone goes out there and buys same-day calls after the stock's already up that much, they're just making a bet that the squeeze is still active. There's no time for any thesis to develop here. The trade needs immediate continuation, immediate execution, immediate momentum to keep working. So that is an indication, signal here, about how aggressive the tapes become in memory and in storage right now. Traders are seeing these names move 20, 30, 40% in a single session over the course of a week, and they say, yeah, we should still chase this upside here. So it's powerful. It's very powerful. We would be remiss to say that it's not fragile. Same day calls at 100% 15 IV can disappear quickly if the stock falls and stalls out. So upward momentum is absolutely required to keep that going. And then finally here, we have SYK Stryker. This is the outlier of the bunch. It's separate from the memory theme, but it still matters because of the structure. Someone did go out and buy the December 18th 330 calls, 183 days to expiration. The strike only about 10% out of the money, which works out to about $7.2 million in premium spent to acquire these 3,668 contracts. Now that's notable because the open interest in this trade prior to the trade going through was, well, zero. The implied volatility was only 31%. So while SanDisk and Western Digital here are high IV momentum setups, Stryker is the quieter 6-month call buy at a much cheaper volatility. So that offers a very interesting low volatility contrast. The memory trades are loud. They are, positions. You're staking out how you feel with high conviction. Stryker's a bit more subtle. A 6-month call with zero open interest and $7 million in premium is not someone casually taking a little swing here. It looks like a cleaner year-end upside bet in a different sector entirely. The implied volatility matters here as well. 31% is cheaper compared with the 106% in SanDisk and the 115% in Western Digital. So a trader here is getting time, upside exposure, and much less volatility drag overall. It doesn't fit the memory shortage theme, but it does fit the broader tape. Traders are trying to find places where they can buy upside at decent value. Let's get back to the memory setup here, though. Tim Cook's comments do matter. AI is consuming the memory market right now. AI share of global DRAM demand was around 30% in 2023, and right now it's about 70% here in 2026. DRAM and NAND prices are up over 300% since 2023. HBM, high bandwidth memory capacity for 2026, is already sold out under long-term fixed agreements. So DRAM prices are expected to rise by another 30 to 40% quarter over quarter here. That's why Micron, SanDisk, pick a name out of the hat, they're going ballistic here. If you listen to these suppliers right now, the earliest relief may not come until Q4 of 2027. So that's why these Tim Cook comments matter so much. Apple is one of the biggest memory buyers on earth here. And if they're saying that the situation is so unsustainable that it's beginning to eat into their margins, it's not a throwaway decision right now. The shortage has moved from margins of suppliers now into consumer pricing. If you didn't like inflation going up because of gas prices, the AI trade may really do it for you. So the bull case here is scarcity. Memory is one of these industries that's been typically viewed through the classic boom-bust cycle, that it's a snake eating its own tail, an Ouroboros. Prices get too high, new supply comes in, prices crash back down again, ultimately then supply peters out, creating that roller coaster, almost like a sine wave, if you will. But the argument here that I've laid out in recent weeks, that I've been talking about with Ilya Jamal and others here on the network, is that maybe we've moved beyond that typical boom-bust cycle. Maybe memory has been elevated to a place in the AI stack like energy security or national defense. The demand for compute is now a national level interest, and therefore there's going to be persistent demand under the covers, under the surface, that we just didn't have in years past. The game may have fundamentally changed. So that's why SanDisk, Western Digital, and Micron may be moving the way that they're moving. The market's saying that the cycle is longer, tighter, and more profitable than old memory cycle. So what's the signal versus noise here? That's a question I'm going to leave to you in the chat below. Let us know what you think about the SanDisk, the Striker, the Western Digital trades. And more importantly, keep those comments coming. We're going to do a special edition of Signal versus Noise in the coming days where we answer your questions as follow-ups to all of the videos we've been putting out. We appreciate your continued audience and attention. Make sure you like and subscribe for more Signal versus Noise videos. You've been watching Tasty Live.